Are you feeling like you're just spinning your wheels against high interest debt, kind of overwhelmed and not really sure what to do next? Well, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to cut through all that noise and give you a super clear, actionable plan to take back control and find your path to financial freedom. Okay, let's dive in.
I mean, that's a wild thought, isn't it? That small, seemingly harmless minimum payment. It's actually designed to keep you paying and paying and paying for literal decades. It's the perfect definition of a debt trap, and it's built to be incredibly hard to get out of.
And that right there is the most important thing to remember. If this whole situation feels like you're stuck in financial quicksand, just know that millions of people feel the exact same way. But here's the good news. There is solid ground nearby. This isn't about shame. It's not about blame. It's about getting a map and a plan to walk you out of it, one step at a time.
All right, so to beat this thing, we've got to understand our opponent first. Let's get really, really clear on what we're actually up against.
So what is it really? Well, in simple terms, it's debt where the interest, the fee you pay for borrowing the money, is just incredibly high. So high that it can actually grow faster than your payments can shrink the original amount you owe. See, the debt itself isn't the only enemy here. It's the interest that acts like this silent partner, just siphoning away your money every single month. And this is the perfect way to picture it. You keep pouring your hard-earned money, that's the water, into the bucket, but that giant hole at the bottom, the interest, just lets most of it leak right back out. This is exactly why making only the minimum payment can feel so pointless. You're just not pouring in enough water to overcome the leak. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, oh, how did I even let this happen? Just pause right there. This is not just a math problem. It's a psychology problem. These are incredibly common human traps that are, frankly, designed to catch anyone. And it doesn't matter how smart or careful you are. These 4 traps right here, they're like the invisible forces that keep people stuck. This has nothing to do with being bad with money. It's about really powerful human emotions, shame, mental shortcuts, our natural desire to just feel comfortable right now, and that awful feeling of hopelessness. Do any of these sound kind of familiar? Let's take a closer look at a couple of them. This one is the big one. Feeling ashamed about debt makes us want to avoid it. You know what I'm talking about. You don't open the mail, you let the phone calls go to voicemail. But ignoring the problem only makes it bigger, which of course just leads to even more shame. It's this powerful, vicious cycle that can completely paralyze you from taking any action at all. Now this is fascinating. Your own bill is kind of working against you. By making that minimum payment number big and bold on the statement, it psychologically anchors your brain to it. It makes paying that tiny amount feel like a normal, safe option, when in reality, it's the absolute most expensive choice you can possibly make. It's a sneaky little trick. Okay, enough about the problem. Let's start talking about the solution. The good news is there is a clear, proven blueprint for getting out of this mess. This is where we shift from feeling trapped to feeling empowered. This is your action plan. And here it is, your escape plan, the whole roadmap on one slide. Just take a second to look it over. We're going to face the numbers, stop the bleeding, and then prioritize our debts. From there, we'll negotiate costs, boost our repayment power, execute the plan, track our progress, and finally, build systems to stay free for good. You ready? Let's go. So when it comes to prioritizing, there are really 2 main ways to go. You've got the avalanche method, where you attack the debt with the highest interest rate first. Now, mathematically, this is the fastest way, and it saves you the most money. But then there's the snowball method. With this one, you attack your smallest debt first, no matter the interest rate. Why? For the quick, motivating wins. So here's the bottom line. The best plan is not the one that's perfect on paper. It's the one you'll actually stick with. And no matter which strategy you pick, the real secret sauce is throwing extra money at it. Just look at this. Paying only the minimum on a $5,000 card, that could take you over 7 years to pay off. But just by adding an extra $200 a month, you're totally free in under 2 years. It's amazing what a difference it makes. This shows just how massive of an impact those extra payments can have. So where does that extra money come from? Look, this isn't about making your life miserable. It's about reclaiming your own income. Think of it like a fun little treasure hunt. Pause a few of those subscriptions you forgot about, cook at home a little more, negotiate a cheaper phone bill, and hey, here's a pro tip. Just call your credit card company and ask for a lower interest rate. Seriously, the worst they can do is say no, and you would be shocked at how often they actually say yes. Every single dollar you find is another weapon in your arsenal.
To stay motivated on a long journey, you have to see your progress. So draw one of those debt-free thermometers, use a spreadsheet, whatever works for you. And when you pay off a card, any card, no matter how small, you have to celebrate it. That positive feedback loop is what's going to keep you going when it feels tough.
All right, now that you've got the plan to get out of debt, let's talk about how to stay out for good. Because getting out is a huge victory for sure, but staying out is the ultimate prize. This is all about building a financial fortress to protect the freedom you've worked so incredibly hard to win. So, your first line of defense? A small emergency fund. Look, life is always going to throw curveballs. A flat tire, an unexpected doctor's bill. That little emergency fund is your safety net. It's what keeps a small crisis from turning into a major debt-inducing disaster. Even starting with just $500 creates this powerful buffer against panic. Next up, you build systems. You automate your bill payments so you literally never miss one. You create a simple budget. Just think of it as a GPS for your money, telling it exactly where to go. And you get really honest about your personal spending triggers. Do you tend to shop online when you're stressed? Okay, let's find a different coping strategy. These habits are what make financial health stick around for life.
And as you pay down your debt and you're making all those on-time payments, something else amazing happens. Your credit score will start to heal. Now, it's not going to happen overnight, but as you can see here, with about 6 to 12 months of just being consistent, you're going to see some really significant improvement. You're not just paying off balances, you are literally rebuilding your financial reputation and your confidence. And this might be the most important takeaway of all. Going through this process literally changes you. You're no longer just someone who had debt. You are someone who faced a huge challenge, who learned the rules, who built a plan, and who fought their way out. You're capable, you are in control, you're resilient.
So I'm going to leave you with this question. Just take a second and really picture it. No more credit card bills showing up. No more interest draining your bank account. What does that freedom feel like? What is the very first thing you're going to do with all that extra money, with all that mental space? Hold on to that vision, because that is what you're fighting for. And you can absolutely get there.